Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another card process video. This is my Mother's Day card for my Nana. So I decided to go with Pink Paisley's Auburn Lane. I just really thought she would like this style. So I pulled out my 6x8 paper pad and my sticker sheet, and I'm pretty much just trying to compose a card from the 6x8 paper pad. This size I hadn't realized because I hadn't used it for cards before. I understand now. It is like the perfect paper pad for card makers. So I just used this black and white floral to create the background, and then I'm using this pink stripe to be my accent paper. So I'm going to mat that within this floral and use that on the inside as well. And then I'm pretty much just going to decorate the front by creating a little embellishment cluster. I had a few ephemera pieces and stickers I really wanted to use together that I thought would make a really cute little cluster. So I'm pretty much just trying to think about this as I would a scrapbook page. But instead of an embellishment cluster just being a decoration for a photo, it's just going to be the focal point of this card. And then I have some pocket cards that have been on my desk for ages that I've just ignored. They're not getting used up, and I needed a scrap piece of white paper, so I decided just to use one of them, the white plain backside of it, to mat this because I wanted it to have a white little mat around it before it hit the black and white floral. So that's what I'm doing now. And I really like this front base, and then like I did on my other cards, which I think my mom's Mother's Day card, which is the first card that I made, you actually haven't seen yet because that's Wednesday for a hop. Because in that one I'm like, this is my first card process video, but I think it's like the third one you guys would have seen. Anyways, I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, I really wanted to use this little handmade stamp on all of them. I think that's what I was trying to mention. So again, just took that stamp, and I wanted to mat that in a skitty white circle as well, but I didn't have a punch in the right size. So I'm using my little circular nesting dies to try and find a ring that would create a little white mat that just is pretty much the same proportion as the white mat is on the front of the card. I had mentioned in a previous card video that I really like the front of the card and the back to mimic each other, so that's all I was doing. And now that that's all done, I wanted to create this little cluster for the front. I really like this little frame here. I thought that would be a nice little shelf for my cluster to sit on. I also felt like this little arrow banner ephemera piece coordinated really well. I have this little heart wreath from Ronnie that she had die cut out of some white, so I thought that was perfect to go behind this little bunny sticker. So I'm just gonna glue all that down. I think that's a cute little cluster. I think that's just adorable. So that's my little focal point. I do want to have a little something in the upper left hand corner of the card, similar to how I like to design my scrapbook pages. So I'm just pulling in some more of that same paper so it all coordinates. There's a pink puffy sticker that's in the shape of a banner that I thought would be really well. So I like that added a little bit of dimension and texture. So then I also wanted to go in and add a puffy sticker down to the bunny cluster as well. So I have my little puffy hearts here. I'm just taking a pink little heart to put down with the bunny so that dimension is somewhere else as well. That's pretty much the front of the card. The inside of the card is probably going to be the simplest out of all the cards so far. I really just want to get some pattern paper in here. I'm not really going to have a focal point. I do add a couple black and white florally banners to the journaling side just so there's a little bit of detail. But I really felt like the front of this card was super cute, and I didn't want to distract too much. I also didn't want this card to be as thick with little intricate things as some of the other ones, because this one has to go in the mail, and I want to make sure sometimes when you make super thick cards, depending on where you're sending them, unless you have a really sturdy envelope, they don't make it really well. And I'm down to my envelopes that are kind of thin, so I was trying to make sure that this card wouldn't break through the envelope on the way to my Nana. So the inside's pretty simple. I just really wanted the front of this card to shine. Here I'm adding those little black and white florally banners. And then you can see the inside cover is still plain, so I wanted to find another pattern paper to go there. If I had enough of that black and white floral, I probably would have used that, but I didn't have enough. So there's this other black pattern paper that I thought would be just fine. So I'm just going to mat the inside cover with this paper and leave it at that. So I'll do my little journaling, and that will get sent off to my Nana. But I just thought the front of this card was just so cute with that little bunny cluster. I really like all the detail that's packed into that little spot. So I'm trying to think if I want to add anything else here, but I'm pretty happy with it. So you'll see the close-ups here in a minute. But thank you guys so much for watching. We got one more Mother's Day card coming on Wednesday, and we will be back to our scrapbook pages. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.